Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Chords. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. Come on in, my beautiful, amazing soul tribe. Let's have a real conversation. Now listen, let's discuss the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. We got a lot going on in the spiritual community. You know, I keep my ears to the ethers. I keep my ears to the spiritual streets, okay? And I say that because it's so important to be aware of the community, spiritual community, the consciousness of the spiritual community, with the hopes that we're all ascending to a higher level of consciousness beyond the realms of what we were told was possible, but in a really good way, right? Consciously ascending in a good way, in a better way than maybe what one was once ascending to, right? So you're better than you were. You're better than who you used to be. And hopefully your consciousness is balanced. Hopefully you are thinking for yourself. In these readings, remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. So you all may have noticed that most recently, these last few readings, my energy has been quite intense, right? Or just kind of more straight to the point. You know, we have times where we're in spiritual court, we crack jokes, we laugh. Something's not a laughing matter, though. It's quite serious, and we need to take it seriously, right? So I'm going to ask that the Holy Spirit fill this room. I invoke my angels. I give my angels permission to guide me as I channel this energy. Please protect me from any harm, any evil eye, any nasty ill will intentions, any low vibrational frequencies that absolutely don't have good intentions, that are simply diabolical. Get rid of that. I need to see to the truth of what's going on. Holy Spirit, what is going on in the spiritual community? I'm going to burn a little bit of sage, y'all. This is one of those readings where I don't feel like we need to rush. Not that I'm ever in a rush, but the download is coming in so precisely, so specifically, that I need to be obedient as I channel this energy with all due respect to the spirit realm. Ashe to the ancestors, known and unknown. Shout out to all the beautiful spirit beings in the galaxy. Shout out to Yeshua HaMashiach, the Christ consciousness, also known as Christo Lofi. Shout out to Archangel Uriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Raphael. I ask that Archangel Raphael come in to do the healing work, to help me, assist me as we check this energy and assure that everybody can be delivered from anything that they need deliverance from, right? So if you're coming in with something or something starts to move around you or in you, then that is a clear indication that something could be resonating with you. You need to marinate with that. You need to be obedient. If you feel something in this reading and something starts to move around you, meaning by way of you going within, that is an indication that you need to hone in on what that is. And peace be still so that you can feel what it is you need to feel when you need to feel it and go within. People leaving the spiritual community, leaving tarot. What's going on, Holy Spirit? Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom, paz, and blessings. Okay, listen. This says just breathe. Concentrate, align yourself with the breath. Intentionally, deliberately breathe 8 times. Make every breath last as long as you possibly can. Draw the breath in fully and exhale completely. Stress affects our breathing, so we don't want stressful situations. The more we stress, the shallower our breaths. This will in turn affect your oxygen levels and heart rate. This is a reason why people tend to feel tired when they are stressed. Mindfully focusing on your breathing will help your mind, body, soul recover. efficiently. Ooh, that's interesting. So the question was, why are people leaving? This says just breathe. There's a fear. Stressful situations. It's so important that when you are doing tarot, when you're doing anything spiritual, that you do your best to keep yourself in a high frequency as best as you possibly can. Okay? Sometimes we see things that pull at us, they could trigger us, but one has to know how to hold a space of love and light to gain some form of momentum, enough good momentum that it causes a ripple effect to trigger truth and clarity, getting to the root of the truth. That means even if we're going into murkiness or something seems a little off or confusing, one has to be still enough. Remembering to breathe. Breathing is a supernatural ability. Everybody doesn't know how to breathe properly, right? And so people running away from the spiritual community, I noticed that there are people that are disappearing. Some of them are running back into the church. I know of 3 people, 4 maybe in particular, that went through very severe psychotic episodes in the public eye. Stress, fear. This card says just breathe. Let's get to the bottom and the top of it. 4 people. I'm thinking of people that I've seen in the public eye over the last 6 months that have openly stated that they're going to leave tarot. Okay. Ooh, I just heard they were never supposed to be doing it anyway. Whoa. They were never supposed to be doing it anyway. Why is that, Holy Spirit? Tell me more. Fraudulent. Okay. So you had some fake prophets, basically. Okay. And they opened up a door. Or they attempted to help a certain people, a certain group of people at a certain energetic level. Something about lacking adaptability. Why are they leaving the spiritual community, putting down tarot? What's with the psychotic episodes in the public eye? What's going on? Surrounded by all evil. Interesting. Here lies the reality, okay? And I know I'm gonna get a lot of energy that comes into this reading by way of the comments. If you're watching this reading, I encourage you to do your best to maybe not focus so much on the comments, because there are some people that don't want you to get this information, okay? For whatever reason. Maybe it's because they can't process it, so they don't want you to get it. Some of them don't know why, and that's okay. On a conscious level, I need you to be able to really hone in on intentionally, deliberately listening for the truth, okay? So just know that I am extending my gift because I'm really curious. I really want to know, surrounded by all evil on all 4 sides, something about not being ordained to do something. I just heard what's got them so spooked. Something has somebody spooked. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4 of them ran back to the church, into Christianity, like into the Bible, openly admitting. Yeah, openly admitting that, like proclaiming Jesus Christ, right? We know that Yeshua HaMashiach was a real person, still is a very real energy. But something scared them. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The spirit realm is saying, ooh, my left ear is going mute. The spirit realm is saying, we know who's real and who's not. So somebody could have been playing around in spirituality. like thinking that this is a joke, it's a game. They could have mocked it or something like that, or they did something to make a mockery of something that is a real gift. Like this is a real job. You know, when they say you are dedicated to the spirit realm, you're dedicated to the spirit realm. Be that a reader. If you're a reader, there's a 99.9% chance that you are a medium as well. Spirits talk to you. They come to you. They always have come to you, even since you were a little child. Somebody made a mockery. Somebody was told no. Why am I hearing no? Why am I hearing no? Somebody was told no. Somebody was told no. The Hierophant in the reverse. Somebody was told no. Somebody thought it was a game. Somebody got into spirituality with every intention to dominate people, to hurt people. This is what happens when good information, sacred knowledge, falls into the wrong hands. Tell me more. What happened? 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Materialistic, for money, greedy, with no respect and no regard for the people that they were, I just heard infecting, inflicting some type of nasty behavior. Something like that. Somebody was playing with people's livelihoods. So they're running. Clarify this person. Running back to the church. The Hierophant in the reverse. Somebody got initiated into something that they knew nothing about. Somebody came into some type of demonic alliances for a very specific reason. Not to help others. It's a selfish motive here. Clarify, Holy Spirit. King of Wands energy. Why is the King of Wands here with the Hierophant in the reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse? This is about money. It's like, you know, oh, I want to be a tarot card reader. I'm going to make a lot of money. Ooh, that's the wrong reason. Let me tell you something. The spirit realm is not to be played with. It's not a joke. Whether people want to accept that or not, I just heard by popular demand. Something like that. Whether people want to respect that or not, the spirit realm is saying, yeah, the spirit realm is saying we ain't for play. This is not a joke. Somebody's ulterior motive was just to kind of dominate the lives of other people, to take, to steal, to rob. Spirit realm is saying to rape other people's lineages. Clarify what happened. Why are they stopping? What are they running from? Yeah, they were hiding. They were hiding a very insidious side to them. This ulterior motive with the moon. This is like wanting to gain some type of momentum, some type of a position as a leader. King of Wands. King of Wands in the upright is very well respected, very diplomatic. But somebody, whoever these people are that are running from tarot, like, oh, I don't do the cards no more. I'm not flipping the cards. Something like that. No, something got a hold of that ass. Somebody tapped into terrains that they had no permission. They offended the spirits. They offended the spirits. This is what the spirits are saying. That ass whooping belongs to us. The spirits are saying, yeah, we put hands on that ass. The Hierophant in the reverse and the moon, woo, they're really happy that I'm channeling this energy. They're saying that nobody really wants to touch the story. Nobody really wants to talk about what the heck is going on. Clarify, why are they running away from tarot? What did they do? Why are they under judgment? because they casted illusions. They lied. These are fake practitioners. These are people that, they jumped in too soon, jumped into something because maybe it was a trend. Maybe it was a bandwagon type of a deal. These people hurt a lot of people. Seven of Cups in the reverse. The spirit realm is saying they're responsible for these spirits. They're responsible for these souls, for the delay that was caused. Oh, they pissed off the spirit realm, surrounded by all evil. Somebody was trying to play both sides, thinking that this was a game. Clarify, surrounded by all evil. Hierophant in the reverse and the moon. They're under severe judgment. Ace of Swords, bound by the spirit realm. It's interesting because a few days ago I was doing a reading and I heard spirits say they got a spirit problem. They have a spirit realm problem. This is not what you want. This is not what people think. This is a spirit realm problem. Somebody's trying to pray it away. Somebody's trying to cleanse it away, but you got a spirit realm problem. Somebody opened up a door they weren't supposed to. Clarify. Yep. Somebody did something over and over. This was for the money, for the love of money. Had nothing to do with helping people on their journey. If you are somebody that wants to get into tarot, 1, you got to remember something. 2, you got to be called to do it. Okay. 1, you got to be called to do it. 2, you have to have a gift. You got to chime in. You got to mentally be stable enough to maintain yourself in the presence of what appears to be a whole bunch of chaotic consciousness. I discussed this on my other platform, Divine High Priestess Activated, where I was doing a reading, something Spirit guided me to do about how we as High Priestess, we're tapping into other people's consciousness. When you open up that spiritual door, when somebody asks you for a reading, you are tapping into their Akashic records, okay? You're also tapping into parts of this person's soul that they're giving you permission to tap into. And you're tapping into parts of this person's purpose that could very much involve you. Maybe that's why they chose you to get a reading. Maybe you're the reason why they watch readings. Maybe you're the only reader that they watch. Whatever the case, you have a huge responsibility to how your message goes out and to whom. Now, this does not mean that you will please everybody. This absolutely does not mean that you are for everybody. But with the 7 of Cups in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse and the moon, you had some people that were in the public eye that were doing some wicked stuff behind the scenes to dominate people's souls. And somebody came across somebody that was walking, breathing judgment. Somebody came across somebody. See, you never really know how people will come across your path. When you least expect it is what Spirit Realm is saying. Tell me more. Somebody came across somebody. There could have been some form of communication with the 8 of Wands. Something was communicated. Some type of swift action was taken. Yes, some type of swift action was taken with the Devil. Somebody tapped into some type of ancient magic, forbidden magic, something with a symbol, a sigil. Yeah, they tried to take somebody's destiny. Tell me more. Surrounded by all evil. What happened? Very sneaky, very deceptive. So all of a sudden, you got people running back to the Bible. They're Bible thumping. They're running back to the church. Jesus is Lord. All of a sudden. And these are people that were into some heavy ass spell work in the public eye. They're coming out as leaders. So these are people, King of Wands. They don't necessarily have to be a fire sign. But the King of Wands in itself is somebody who is a good example of doing the right thing. They're a leader. People look to them for the answers. This is somebody that's very well respected. So these people gain some level of respect amongst very vulnerable people until they came up out of some type of an illusion. These people started to see these people as people that were playing with their destiny. Basically, look, 7 of Swords, sneaky and deceptive. It's a gullible energy. It's like these people were looking for people that were gullible. We've all been gullible at some point and or another, right? All of us. All of us. This is a bad decision. Queen of Wands. You got the King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Why is the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here? Page of Swords. Something about gathering some type of information. Learning something. Somebody took up tarot for ulterior motives, insidious reasons. It had nothing to do with helping other people or helping themselves or looking to grow. Somebody got into this for the money. This could be a couple. But look, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, they're both turning opposite from one another. They're looking both in another direction, in opposite direction. But the real King of Wands and Queen of Wands is standing in their power. So somebody was studying tarot, right? Studying it. Page of Swords, gathering some type of information in order to present what appears to be an illusion to the spiritual community. It's been several people. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people for sure. 3 women and a guy walk away from tarot. What happened? What did they do? Show us. 3 of Cups. They were having a really good time. Something was good for a long time. Something was good. Somebody was winning. Somebody was absolutely overindulging with the 3 of Cups. Overindulging. Off of other people's energy. Tell me more. And the truth came out. What did they do? Why did they run from tarot? What happened? I just heard mental illness. 6 of Pentacles. So behind the scenes, these are people that could have possibly been in the public eye. And they were paying to get spell work. This is like money spells. To get people to give to them. But it's like in a way that it's like forcing somebody's will. Playing with their life. I just heard trying to alter life events. Clarify, what did they do? What happened? The High Priestess. Yeah, I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Something about being passionately in pursuit of something. Some of them could have been paying for spell work. What's the 7 of Swords? What happened? The past came back to haunt these people. Something that somebody was doing for a long time. Somebody could have been in the public eye for 7 years. 5 years. Something was good until it wasn't. Something was good. What's the Moon? What did they do? 2 of Cups. Spirit says it was like a popularity contest to see how many people you could win over. But nothing in spirituality. Why is the Hierophant in the reverse? Yeah, destiny swapping. That's why. These people were doing forbidden magic, candle magic, bones and dust. I just heard trying to get people to see what they wanted them to see, not what you need to see. That's the thing about tarot. When you're dealing with somebody's destiny, remember, you're being held in high honor. So you shouldn't be raping somebody in the middle of their dark night of the soul, taking advantage of them. Yeah, we want to be paid for our services. It takes a lot of energy, right? Yeah, you want to be paid for your services, but it's bigger than that. This is like money hungry, destiny swapping. So this is really why they're running. 2 of Cups, they're running from judgment. I just heard every time people needed their help, they would tell them things that weren't true because they didn't know the truth. They couldn't see the truth. Something happened. Somebody opened up a door and some shit could have jumped up on somebody. Somebody came for a bloodline and somebody's ancestors are on demon time. Four of Pentacles, yeah, they were harvesting off of people every moon cycle. Somebody was doing this for the last 7 years, 14 years, 8 years. This could be all over. Clarify what happened. When I mean all over, I mean all over the world. But these are people specifically online that I noticed. Like all of a sudden they're like, oh, nope, I'm not doing tarot no more. You know, they're reading the Bible online, and then all of a sudden they disappear. What happened? What's really going on? Where are you running to? The Empress in a reverse. These are dark witches, y'all. Something that's so hidden, something that's so dark. Spirit just says the hunters are being hunted. Haunted, hunted. Brutally annihilated. Something like that. The Empress in a reverse. Two of Cups. It's like some of them came to the public eye because they wanted to get a partnership. You know? Popularity. Money. You know, we all want a good life. But somebody's motives were not good. I just heard they envy you because you are chosen. Page of Cups is like seemingly apologizing, but never really admitting what they've done. But at the same time, already knowing that us clairvoyants, we're really going to pick up on the truth. Clarify what happened. Destiny swaps. Doing something very wicked. Somebody opened up a door to a realm, came into agreement with something really, really dark that they weren't supposed to be in agreement with. Five of Swords. They were told no. Spirit says when the spirit realm told them no, and they were disrespectful to the spirit realm, this is when they had a problem. The spirit realm said no. Something was forbidden. Five of Swords. Somebody continued to do something really sneaky. Ace of Pentacles, trying to come for somebody's gifts. An offer that's just for the High Priestess. Look. This is your gift, High Priestess. So while you're going through the proper channels, because you already know with the spirit realm, you can't rush. You got to go through the proper channels. There is no rushing. It's not no get in while you fit in. Hurry up, get on this. Yeah, girl, start your tarot channel. Come on. No. It really don't work like that. And somebody saw it like that. Hierophant in a reverse. Somebody had hidden connections. They opened up a door to something that they weren't supposed to open up a door. They could have even been advised no. Now somebody's running to the church. They're trying to get baptized. Somebody's trying to figure it out. Knight of Wands. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Something about past karmic debt. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Illusions have been shattered. People could be aging like really fast. It's not that. It's because they did something for glamour, beauty. Spirit realm is saying not living in their truth. People are seeing their ugly truth. This has nothing to do with like what you think is beautiful. This has to do with you seeing their ugly truth, their ugly soul. Dang, the spirit realm is telling on these people. Whoa. There's the King of Cups that's under judgment. It's a Scorpio. This person did something wicked, something backhanded, something with destiny. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Four of Wands. Something about a soulmate dynamic, twin flame. This King of Cups could have tried to take out their soulmate, Nine of Swords, and now they're having some type of paranormal activity. I just heard spiritually schizophrenic. Whoa. Clarify what happened. Show us. The Page of Pentacles. This person was also doing something with children in the spirit realm. Spiritually raping children in the spirit realm with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me more. What happened? This person, yeah, look. Queen of Cups in the reverse. It's several people. Spirit says there's more people that are about to fall off because the real high priestess is taking her seat. Something like that. So you got new people coming into the spiritual community, whether they're doing this online, TikTok, whatever this is, they're taking their rightful seat. Ace of Pentacles. These are people with prophetic callings on their lives. These are people that have spiritual gifts, and the spirit realm needs them. Okay, the spirit realm is making a way. The angels, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, the demons even got to back down. You got demonic forces that are backing down when they hear your name. Something about your name being written in the book of life. So this is like destiny swap. You got somebody in the public eye that could have tried to take down their counterpart. Who's this Queen of Cups in the reverse? Spirit says there's more people going through this, but they're not mentioning it. So they still could be trying to hold on, but they violated spiritual law. Big time. I heard they thought that nobody would see them. They thought that nobody would see them. I just heard Spirit has a checklist, a blacklist, 7 of Swords. Whew, something about sailing the calmer waters. Tell me more, Spirit. Walking away from tarot, what happened? What did y'all see? I don't know, but it ran a lot of these people into isolation. They saw something really, really dark. The Hangman. It's like the spirit realm is forcing them into like some type of isolation, but of torment. For being disobedient to the spirit realm. The spirit is saying somebody knew that they were never meant to do tarot. What happened? What did they do? They know, yeah, they gotta get out your spot. The Star in the reverse. It's a destiny swap. Clarify what happened, Holy Spirit. Surrounded by all evil. It's a lot of death spells too. Some of them had anticipated that you would be unalive, chosen ones, that it would be easier to take your spot. 10 of Wands, they stressed out. The spirit realm has these people in isolation. In the 8 of Swords, like bound to it. Some of them are begging for mercy. I can't make this up. You got death and you got the Queen of Swords. Somebody spoke with precision. Words, curses, hexes, dark magic, ancient magics, forbidden magic. They were told no. They opened up a door in an attempt to take another destiny, Spirit says, another one. There have been several. Somebody spoke with precision about how they wanted to end you. Queen of Swords with death. What happened, Holy Spirit? There's an October Scorpio, feminine or masculine. There could also be a June Gemini. All these betrayals, any and everything that was done in the dark, the spirit realm is saying, we got a list. We got a list. Some of these people are running, trying to like get off this blacklist. There's a blacklist. The 10 of Swords in the reverse. For every betrayal, for every setback, for every dollar that was stolen from you, for every person that was obsessed over your energy when you went to them for help, or you requested a reading, or you were watching them or whatever, behind the scenes they were doing spell work so that you could continue to give to them. These people wanted slaves. They never intended for you to ascend to a master. And now that you have, they're now the tail. These people got their asses on their face. Clarify. Stop and tarot. What happened? Yeah, they ran out of power. You called your power back. When you called your power back, they had to pack it up. Tell me more about this Scorpio. This person trying to win a victory. Somebody tried to sacrifice a very high vibrational soulmate. And the ancestors blocked them or stopped them. This person could be going through bouts of psychosis. Oh, the spirits are playing with these people. They are surrounding them with nothing but evil, because this is what they sent out to a lot of innocent people, y'all. A lot of innocent people. Tell me more. A lot of innocent people got attacked by readers, dark witches. So when you start to see them disappear, or all of a sudden they're just gone, they were never supposed to be in that destiny. This was never their destiny. They were in it for the wrong reasons. Cash and prizes, partnerships, getting people to give to them, keeping them in some type of darkness. They were doing things to push people back away from their destiny. And this is where the spirit realm is saying, we got a problem. This is a problem. Yeah. You did stuff to try to stop people. Six of Pentacles. A lot of people gave to these people with the hopes that they were doing the right thing. But with the Hierophant in the reverse, somebody was hiding a secret alliance with something very, very dark and insidious, attaching themselves, attacking, infecting people's destinies. The Empress in the reverse, trying to dominate. But with the Page of Swords and the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, it's almost like somebody was studying readers in order to take on their essence. But that wasn't enough. Then they wanted to eliminate these people. They tried it. The Ten of Wands, somebody's got to go. Somebody's running from something. And it's not good. Ten of Swords in the reverse. There's a reader also in the public eye. Could be a Scorpio, masculine or feminine. They were convinced to take out their soulmate. Some type of forbidden magic. Whatever this is, it's forbidden. Yeah, the spirit realm kept saying no. There were warnings for them to stop, to go do something else. Let's dig more into that Hierophant in the reverse with the moon energy and just see what's going on. Hold on, y'all. Let me do something real quick. Interesting. So I just heard Spirit say they told a demon, some type of dark demon, to do something to a Hierophant, to do something to the High Priestess. They made their request. They spoke something with precision. Why am I hearing precision? They wanted to shut you up. They wanted to blind you, High Priestess, and bind you. You got the dark spiritual community, Hierophant in the reverse with the moon. They have hidden, insidious motives for why they want to be a part of your life. Okay? They're not good reasons. They don't have good reasons. And then you got the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. The spirit realm is telling me specifically that somebody spoke something with precision. That is very, very important. They spoke something with precision. They were being very detailed. And the spirit realm is holding them to every word that was spoken. Somebody spoke something precisely, like, I want it done like this. I want this person to this. Whatever they spoke to this demon, it's a wrap. Somebody's twin is out here looking crazy. Somebody's twin is sacrificing themselves, whether they realize it or not, in order for you to move forward. I just heard it didn't sit well with the spirit realm when this person tried to take you out. They did it all for clout, money, fame. Just breathe. Something scared them. Somebody could have stopped breathing. Somebody could have saw something that made them turn white. Clarify. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. Something cannot be balanced out. You got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Some type of reckless behavior. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, somebody was told not to do something. I just heard the demon took full possession of him or her. Four of Wands in a reverse. It's a soulmate. Damn. Whoever this soulmate is, Knight of Wands in a reverse, Four of Wands in a reverse, Aries energy, Two of Pentacles, could be any sign. Okay? Just take what resonates. This person was reckless. They did something over and over and over and over. They literally are in the shadows with the moon and the Hierophant in the reverse. And you're the High Priestess with the Ace of Pentacles. So you have a calling and somebody wanted to stop you from that. Now they can't balance something out. Somebody could have difficulty breathing. There's a spirit riding that ass. Spirit is saying the demon has taken full possession. Whoa. Why are you leaving the spiritual community? That could be a side note. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. I feel like I'm channeling somebody from your past, High Priestess, that could still be watching you. Okay? If you're online, if you're on a platform, they're still watching. If you're not online, Spirit is saying no. Even if you're not online, they were doing things in the spirit realm. They were remote viewing, spying on you. Two of Cups. Something about a partnership. Something about them being obedient to their calling. Why are they walking away from the spiritual community? What happened? What did they do? Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. I cannot make this up. They attack people's crown chakras. They attack people's consciousness. They projected hexing energy with precision, with no regard for spiritual repercussions. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This was never their job. This was never their calling. Nine of Swords in the reverse. I cannot make this up. You got suicide magic here. Hexing spells. These are random people. Clarify what happened. What did they do? Why are they walking away? Why are they... Yeah, look, they're running. The Chariot. They're running because of your determination. They're running because you're working in your own energy. You're standing in your own right. They can't take something from you that you've already activated. You are the High Priestess activated, which means that your DNA doesn't resonate when somebody is trying to destiny swap with you, because your lineage knows that that's not you. Somebody tried to access your soul's mission. And quite literally, I'm going to say it exactly the way they're saying it. The spirit realm is saying they fucked up. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Clarify. Why are they running away? Putting the tarot cards down. What did they see? What did they see? The Ten of Swords. I cannot make this up. These are people that had no business being in anybody's spiritual business. Now somebody's business is going out of business because they should have found some better business. So why are they under severe judgment? Because Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They did things to block people's work. They did things to hex people. They tried to block, well, they did. They blocked partnerships. Two of Pentacles. They did things. Nine of Swords. They did mental attacks. They put people under spiritual scrutiny, spiritual tests, attacking them. Why would they do this, Spirit? To get ahead. Long enough that you wouldn't remember? Something like that? Long enough? Maybe to break down your confidence? You seeing yourself in a very powerful way with the Queen of Wands? Why did they do this, Spirit? Running away from tarot. What happened? Two of Pentacles in the reverse. The work backfired. All of it backfired. This is what's going on. The Tower in the reverse. Eight of Swords in the reverse. People broke free from some type of binding magic. A lot of chaos magic. A lot of suicide spells. Some of these readers that are walking away, or they're spazzing out in the, clarify spazzing out in the public eye, going through the dark night of the soul. Spirit realm is saying it's being seen as a psychotic episode. Four of Cups. Because they've missed an opportunity to block something, to block the truth. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Spell work backfired. Ten of Swords in the upright. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of these people did their dirt and they left it alone. Some of these people went the long haul. Clarify, trying to... What did you do? Why are you so scared? What happened? King of Pentacles. Why are you so scared? Five of Wands. Because they were in secret competition over money, stability, status, followers, likes, comments, whatever this is. They was in competition. Five of Wands. And the King of Pentacles. Something about greedy. The spirit realm. Let me tell you something about the spirit realm. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything about that. I will say this. I feel like there's a group of people that thought that they could do whatever they wanted to do because they were able to get away with it for so long, but they were never really getting away with it. It's almost like the Most High was keeping a record. We ascended past it. We don't need these people anymore. Once you decided that you didn't need a reading or need these people, or maybe you don't watch them anymore, whatever the hell this is, they started to lose momentum, but they did heavy spell work. The Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Show me. What is it that you want me to see, Spirit Realm? Holy Spirit, show me more. Knight of Pentacles. These are people that came bearing gifts. They wanted the fruits of your labor without having to lift a finger. They tapped into your spirit, your soul. Got a taste of it and got addicted. Didn't want to let go. These are supposed to be teachers, leaders, readers. Some of these people had large following. I know one of them had 123,000 followers. That person was so bad. I saw her behind the scenes for the last 2 years. I was like, oh my God. She was so bad. She was so bad. She was sitting on so many people's destinies and stealing. And the spirit realm is taking care of her. I saw a guy in the spirit realm, 2 guys, 3 guys. Yeah, you got people that are coming to the spiritual community for the wrong reasons. You got to really be careful while you're doing something. You got to really make sure that you're in alignment. You have people's consciousness, not necessarily in your hands, but they're a part of your spiritual contracts. So one has to take care of their spiritual contracts, adhere to the terms and the conditions of your spiritual contracts with the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles, to whom much is given, much is required. We're mandated by spiritual law to uphold the law. Don't negligently be going into nobody's spirit and soul and their destiny trying to steal from them. Like, that to me is common sense. That to me is stating the obvious, but common sense ain't that common amongst a bunch of fools who was kicking up a lot of fuckery behind the scenes with the moon, playing with your energy, playing with your life. Like, quite literally, I'm real disgusted. Spirit realm, what happened? Got the Tower in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. We ascended past it. That's what the heck happened with the Chariot. You could even say to yourself, like, dang, every time I watch this person, I feel this, this, and this, and this. Yeah, you started tapping into your own consciousness. It was really the spirit realm. It was really your ancestors pulling you. And here's the beautiful part about encountering the Hierophant in the reverse with the moon. Had you not encountered this, I don't think that you could have attained this. High priestess status, Ace of Pentacles status. These people were a part of your spiritual journey. They were definitely people that you were destined to overcome. It taught you, everything is not peaches and cream. Everybody that say, peace be with you, don't really mean it. Like, you really got to use your intuition. These are people that wanted to dominate other people's destinies, and so they did. And now they're responsible for every single destiny, because now with these cards in the reverse, it ain't looking too hot. Nine of Swords in the reverse, that's suicidal energy backfired. No wonder they're running to the Bible and running to the church house. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. All that dark ass spell work, moon cycles. Spirit says a decade worth of moon cycles, 12 years worth of moon cycles. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. A lot of instability with an inability to balance something out. Stolen energy. Knight of Pentacles. They wanted the fruits of your labor. They wanted to bind themselves to your consciousness long enough that they could manifest off of your back before you decided to ascend. It was never about you deciding. It was inevitable that you would ascend at a certain level. That's why the Tower is in a damn reverse. I bet you bitches are running back to the church house. Clarify what's going on. I bet you are running to that Bible. The Sun in the reverse. Oh, to say that it's a murky day, it's a murky day. These are people that raped people for their spiritual consciousness. I'm just going to call them what they are. They're spiritual rapists. They're on a blacklist. The spirit realm is taking the order. The spirits. Like, I really need people to really understand what that is. Everybody's a spiritual G until they got to get G'd up and gangstered down by them spirits. Them spirits. Shout out to the spirits. Shout out to the Holy Spirit. Clarify. Show me what happened. Surrounded by all evil. Something evil got a hold of these people. The Hangman. They got them hung up by their foot with a noose around their neck. They choking these people out in the spirit realm. Whoo, my goodness. You got the Hangman, the Sun in the reverse. Child, Lord have mercy. Five of Wands and the King of Pentacles. They were in competition for resources, popularity, who's the best this and the best that. Like, listen, the spirit, I don't know what the spiritual community was doing before certain people got to the spiritual community. But when I tell you that the spirit realm is cleaning house of all the bullshit and anybody that's out here being fake, you're going to see these people drop like flies. But we had already predicted that. Clarify, they putting down tarot. They stole destinies, y'all. They did spell work behind the scenes. They could be trying to get rid of, look, the Magician in the reverse. I can't make it up. They could be trying to get rid of something that they did. The Star, yeah, look. They wanted the fame, the fortune, the recognition, the likes, the loves, the donations. But they really don't give a damn about your destiny. I just heard, had they known what they had done would have affected your destiny so greatly, they would not have done it. That's a small group. So some of these people did something negligently but ignorantly. Clarify. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This person's full of shit. They're still not even admitting what they did. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Somebody did something very wicked, very nasty to try to keep this position. Could be a masculine or a feminine. Clarify. The Magician in the reverse. What happened? Yeah, it's like they're lying. They're lying. Page of Cups. It's a liar. They're not sorry. Not sorry at all. Six of Cups in the reverse. Something was done in the past. Something about the last 6 years, the last 10 years, somebody was doing heavy spell work. They were addicted to magic. Somebody was addicted to magic. Clarify, trying to get rid of something. They wanted your manifestations. Ace of Pentacles. What is that? The King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. What is that, Holy Spirit? They wanted your power, your strength, your ability to transmute energy. just heard playing both sides. Clarify playing both sides. King of Wands. There's a King of Wands out here that's playing both sides. Whoever this person is, you're next. You're very well respected, but you're playing both sides. You're playing in dangerous spiritual terrains. I need you to know that. Whoever this person is, it's a King of Wands. This person is very well respected. People look up to this person, but they're playing in a realm that is about to swallow them whole. Because with the Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse and the Star, all of them did something to gain a spot in the public eye, recognition, following, whatever. They did magic, okay? They did black magic. There is magic in the sense that you're manifesting what it is that you want. But this is like, these are spiritual rapists. These are spiritual thieves. They wanted it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, the spirit realm is like rejecting these people. These are not real spiritual teachers. They haven't learned enough. They haven't learned anything. They've stolen everything. 9 of Swords in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody was feeding off of your soul. Very parasitically. Tell me more about this King of Wands. Knight of Swords. He's doing something behind the scenes. Attacking people. There's somebody that could speak for a living. Clarify. Tell me more about this King of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. He's watching. 7 of Swords and sneaky. Or a she. This could be a feminine or a masculine. Could be any sign. But this person is really being warned by the spirit realm to stop doing something. Whatever they're doing, it's not gonna go well. 7 of Swords, they're still doing it. This person's still standing their ground. There's a lot of practitioners that have fallen off in the public eye. It's like they're walking away from tarot. They know that they have to go through karma. And what's interesting is they played in Divine Collective's energy for so long that they're now going back to the beginning of where they should have started in order to gain the knowledge, in order to make it to the Hierophant. These are shortcutters though. They stole. So now a lot of them are like, no, I'm not doing tarot no more. You know, I'm going back to the Bible. I'm like, okay, well, you should have never left the Bible out. The Bible's in addition, in my opinion. Somebody might think something else, you know. But you should have never left that out. So a lot of them played in your energy so long that they're now having to go back. They're trying to take the road that you took in order to dodge this karma. Page of Swords. The Sun in the reverse. A lot of sadness, a lot of depression. 5 of Wands, a lot of competition over money, resources. Very greedy energy. 7 of Swords. Somebody's still being sneaky and deceptive. What's the warning, spirit realm? Oh, I just heard he's going to die. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. 5 of Swords. 3 of Wands in a reverse. Huh. 3 of Wands in a reverse. This person doesn't see this coming. They're still doing something. There's a great deal of fake practitioners that have just fallen off. So if they just disappeared, some of them could still be trying to like do stuff in the spiritual community because they're embarrassed, but they know they got to start from the beginning. I just heard any gifts that they had to do anything spiritually have been lost. So that's a part of the karma. So some of them are walking away because they've lost their gift to read the cards. Somebody relied on the cards too much. Relied on taking from other people. That they felt they never really needed to study. They never really needed to, you know, go within. The High Priestess is a lot of going within. A lot. getting a routine without being religious, to the point where, you know, because the thing about the spirit realm is it's quite unpredictable sometimes. The spirits make the judgment call. It's a very real realm. The veil is thin. Clarify what happened. Somebody's still doing this. They're warning this King of Wands, Knight of Cups energy. They're warning this person to stop it. And they're not listening. Three of Wands in the reverse. This person doesn't see something coming, but they need power. This King of Wands could be a feminine or a masculine. Knight of Cups energy. Page of Swords. What is the warning for this person? I keep hearing it's not going to end well. It's not going to go well. The Devil in the reverse. What's the warning? Somebody's hard-headed. Somebody's hard-headed. Somebody's stubborn. Somebody got a taste of somebody's essence, their energy, and they're like, I can't let this go. The Moon. And they're hiding this. Death. I'm telling you, look, I cannot make this up. I keep hearing it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna end well. Three of Wands in the reverse. Something about travel. Death and the Moon. They don't even see this coming. The Devil in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. Something about like the spirit realm is literally, hold on. The spirit realm is literally stripping away all that was stolen. All that was stolen. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles has a lot of different meanings. The Five of Pentacles could represent the spirit realm warning them to leave something alone, to abandon it, to stop. Stop, stop, stop. Like I hear the spirit realm going, dummy, stop, stop, boom. And then Tower in the reverse, Four of Wands in the reverse, uprooting their stability. Five of Pentacles, stripping them of everything. Knight of Wands in the reverse, somebody's still being reckless. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, no way out. The spirit realm got these people blocked. Nine of Swords in the reverse. This is like suicide spells, betrayal, hexes, curses, crossing up people, putting people in jars, whatever the hell these people was doing, burying stuff in people's yards. Something that they were told to stop doing, and they just refuse. This is current energy. This is a warning for somebody. Five of Pentacles. To leave something alone, it's not going to end well. Death, the Moon, Page of Swords. This is a warning. Knight of Cups, King of Wands. They've already been warned. The Sun in the reverse. Somebody can't even see what's about to happen. Three of Wands in the reverse. Something can go no further. Whatever is coming in for the Divine Collective, something can go no further. Something can go no further. Seven of Swords. This is current energy. Somebody's doing something, and the spirit realm is not with it. A lot of these people tried to take children out, or they did. So this is really why they're being attacked. When it says surrounded by all evil, all four sides, somebody saw something in the spirit realm that scared the shit out of them. Somebody conjured up something that they don't even know what they're doing. Somebody signed a contract with something very, very dark in order to gain power, money, star status. You know, it's so important to know why. Well, I want to be a reader. Why? What's your why? You know, and if you are a reader, remind yourself of your why. Love for people, love for yourself. You know? Being a representative of the divine. Refusing to take the short end of the stick. I feel like even when a lot of us wanted to take the short route, we didn't really have a choice. We had to encounter people like this. Somebody's being warned to stop it. This is from the spirit realm. This is what the spirits are telling me. Throat chakra. They could be doing shut up spells. Somebody could be trying to shut people up in the spiritual community. 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. These people are bound. Somebody is still refusing to respect spiritual law. They feel like they can do whatever they want. I just heard they have a lot of spiritual knowledge, but they know nothing about the spirits. Something about being in the public eye with the Star and the 8 of Swords. They're trying to shut up the Hierophant. And the spirit realm has a problem with that. Because this is the way they get their messages out. This is the way the ancestors get their messages through. What happened, Holy Spirit? The High Priestess. This is what the spirits are saying. Touch not the prophets. Leave the anointed alone. Leave them alone. It's not going to end. It's not going to end well. The High Priestess. She's been activated. The High Priestess represents you trusting your own counsel first. Before you listen to a reader. Before you feel like you're resonating with a reading. Listen to your own spiritual counsel first. Listen to yourself. Justice. I'm going to finish this reading at the Divine High Priestess Activated. Join me there. There will be a link in the comment section for part 2 of this reading, where we're going to go a little bit deeper. And I may even sit with this energy for a little while. I don't want to rush this reading, because I feel like there's so many downloads surrounding it that I need to do this reading justice by way of how I translate what the spirits are saying. So meet me there, okay? I love y'all. I'm going to close this spiritual door. Thank you to the spirits that helped me channel this energy. Shout out to the beautiful divine ancestors. Peace to the people that have been affected by people that tried to tap into your soul. May you recover. May you forgive. May you move forward with more tenacious energy than you ever have. Knowing just how important your destiny is. You are divinely protected. I love y'all, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Peace be with you.